If you're anything like me, you love a bit of something for nothing. A little more data on the end of your plan every month. Or maybe an extra night on the end of a holiday. Hyundai reckons it's going to be the world's biggest car maker. And its brand new i30 wants to give you, yep, you guessed it, a little bit more. This is the third generation of Hyundai's popular i30, and it's been redone from the ground up with a new chassis, new engines, and an entirely new interior. It's now longer and wider than cars like the Volkswagen Golf, and offers more head and shoulder room inside as well. The body redesign is meant to give the i30 a bit more of a premium car feel, and up close it does just that. It looks really refined and confident up close. Not sure about those reflectors on the rear bumper though. New safety equipment like auto emergency braking, advanced radar cruise control and lane keep assist will be offered for the first time too. Australian prices and specs haven't been decided for the i30 yet, but we do know that the 1.6 litre diesel and a new 2 litre naturally aspirated engine is coming, along with a new 1.6 litre turbo engine that will make its debut in the i30 SR. And you'll be able to tell the 1.6 turbo SR apart thanks to these twin exhausts. Hyundai engineers told us that the key focus with the i30 was making sure that its driving performance was up to par. And that's not something you hear very often from engineers who work on small hatchbacks. And they're not talking about turning it into a mini race car either. Driving performance also means that a car feels good when you drive it down the street, and you can't really explain why. Built on top of a stiffer chassis, the i30 suspension setup is a big leap forward for Hyundai, and an even bigger leap for a car that will cost well less than $25,000 on average. There's a real quality and maturity to the ride and the steering of the i30 that simply wasn't there before. This is a Korean spec car, and Aussie spec cars will have their own suspension tuned to deal better with our conditions. But I tell you what, the raw ingredients are already here. The steering is measured and accurate, and the way the i30 soaks up bumps is genuinely impressive. Another thing that's really impressive is just how quiet it is in here. And it doesn't matter whether you're in the diesel or the petrol, they're both just as good. In fact, the i30 can easily be compared with cars that are best in category, including the VW Golf. Inside, it's a similar story. There's a lot of detail work in the new car, and a lot of buttons have been moved or deleted to give the dash a much cleaner, more classy feel. And there are plenty of practical touches too, like extra bottle holders and options like wireless charging for mobiles. Any bad news? Well, it looks like the price of the i30 may have to go up a bit, and that may stop a few people from adding it to their shopping lists. Headroom in the rear seat too can be affected if a sunroof is installed. We've only tried left-hand drive versions of the cars that are going to lob into Australia in April, but straight away we can tell this is a massive leap forward for the i30. And if Hyundai Australia can get the pricing right, it's got a monster hit on its hands. You want to read the full review? Click right here. And don't forget to click subscribe if you want to stay on top of all of our latest videos.